Idiots are invincible. The foolproof row method to handle them, solve problems, and enjoy the process. By Dr. Angelos Rodafinos. Chapter 6. Angry Drills. Do not make me laugh. I am trying to stay mad. You have learned a couple of simple tricks to change the way you, and others, feel during the morning. In this section, we will learn a few more, focusing on anger. Do you often become upset? Very upset? What or who infuriates you? Let me guess, other people. Why? Under what circumstances? To deal with anger, we first need to explore the foundations of anger. Anger is based on the following 3 sentences. 1. Why don't others behave the way they should? This type of anger is directed towards others. Should can be interpreted as the way they are supposed to or the way I would like them to. 2. Why don't I do what I should do or why don't I get the results I ought to? This kind of anger is directed inwards, towards the self. Should refers to what my beliefs or others want me to, want. 3. Why isn't the world the way it should be? Anger in this case is generic, directed towards everyone who is responsible, known or unknown. The way it should be, in this case, is quite abstract. People can set their standards as high as they like. The only problem is that the higher our standards are, the easier it is to feel dissatisfaction or injustice. Here are a few simple thoughts that may help you manage your anger a bit better. Anger is a thought you carry along with you. It is not what you say or do what makes me feel bad, but rather what I do with what you say or do. M. George. When someone throws the ball to you, you do not have to catch it. A. Robbins. Mull over these ideas for a while. Examine their validity. Test the latter idea next time someone throws you a bitter comment. Do not catch it. Do not let others pull your strings. Remember, it is your thoughts that offend you. Remove judgment and you remove emotions. I know, it is not that easy. It requires some training. Here is a useful technique. Time out. In the beginning and until your responses become more automatic, do not hesitate to ask your opponent, i.e., the idiot who dares to disagree with you, for a timeout. Suggest a ceasefire for a certain period and continue the argument exactly from where you left it. Don takes a deep breath and counts to 10,000. Then consider whether there is a small chance you might be wrong or unable to see the other side of the argument. Normally you are 100% right in everything, but, maybe you could be the one who is wrong this time. Next, we will continue along the same lines, and present a couple more tips on how to deal with annoying others and your own annoying thoughts. S&M rubber drills. This exercise will help you become aware of how often negative thoughts evade your mind daily. It will also prompt you to dust away unwanted thoughts or change them to more positive ones. Here we go. Don wears a rubber band on his wrist, like the ones Mr. Albert the grocer uses to wrap the feta cheese you buy. Chic women can wear branded Lacoste, Armani, and Bridgestone rubber bands, to keep up with their style. During the day, every time Don catches himself contemplating negative or pessimistic thoughts, complaining, getting irritated etc., he stretches the rubber band and lets it go suddenly so it returns to its initial position, thus whipping and punishing his wrist, in a sadomasochistic kind of way. Watching his wrist turn red after a while, he realizes just how often many unsavory thoughts unsettle his otherwise moral and calm life daily. Exercise. To complete this first exercise, you need to put on your wrist the required accessory. Find a rubber band on your size and wear it now. Record the number of occasions you punish yourself during the day, for a few days. Aim to reduce the incidents during the week. Engage in a competition with a friend of yours, and set a symbolic prize for the winner. Alternatively, if you are not into S&M, use a stopwatch to count how much time you spend per day in an angry or negative emotional state. Then, examine your thoughts. Aim to change them and reduce this time by 20 or 30% per week.